All right, shout out to Bruce Vayman. I watched this video this morning where he talked about Errol Spence kind of being a hypocrite, and I'm gonna kind of break it down and explain it. It's called Errol Spence gets salty over Terence Crawford accomplishments, and it's got to be one or a few things, in my humble opinion. It's either the fact that Errol Spence is just trying to use sticking points to try to sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because then he'll sit there and he will attack Terence Crawford. Also, he ain't fought nobody, this, that, and the third. But then again, he'll go around and tell people how this is a good fight, and oh, I know Terence Crawford gonna step. I know it ain't gonna be easy. This, that, and the third. Look here, if I got somebody who got a house that's built on styrofoam, guess what? I already know. All I gotta do is just kick the styrofoam, and all the foundation of the house gonna go down. So, do we really believe that, or is he trying to sell the fight? And I say this: both of them ain't comfortable public speaking, trash talking. They should have had Tony Harrison write this shit, and Adrian Broner write for one, and Tony Harrison write for the other. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. They should have had Tony Harrison and AB write this script. They both can't talk. Errol Spence sound like Biggie, who then ran the motherfucking PT test in the military. And he talking right after he ran the PT test. Yeah, hey, twink get bad, motherfucker. Yeah, when you bite into it, it got sprinkles in. That nigga sound, dude. Sound like this nigga Biggie doing 100 miles of running. Come on, that nigga sound like he Biggie doing 100 miles and running. I'm like, damn, this nigga talking got a ventilator in his throat. Pause. So I'm looking like, damn, you all right, bro? This nigga, this nigga talking like he got ICU in that motherfucker. Like he got a what you call that shit? That machine that they got when you sleep, so you can't stop snoring and shit. You talking like that, But yeah, man, do he really believe what he's saying? Do we really believe Crawford ain't fought nobody? Do we really believe that, or is he doing it to sell the fight? Is he salty like Bruce Vane say because of all the accomplishments Terence Crawford got? I mean, he got 3 belts. Come on, he salty because people put Terence Crawford above him. I think all the salt should go out the window. I don't think you salty no more. Because guess what? You get to prove that Crawford ain't real. He get to prove Crawford ain't real, bro. So what better opportunity do you got to prove somebody a fraud? And then he gonna want ultimate respect. Then you gonna want ultimate respect. Do we feel threatened by him? I mean, I can't really tell. But it ain't Terence Crawford fault that, you went out there and said Bob won't give him Manny Pacquiao. He wouldn't do that. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault Al Heyman had no intentions on letting you fight Keith Thurman. It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault that you say that welterweight for so long. And now, you've been there for over 10 years, and now you got to, it ain't his fault. It really ain't. But I do think, me personally, it's kind of, I think it is the fact that he trying to sell the fight. But at one point, I felt that it was just something that they were saying about his numbers, about he didn't fight nobody. They were saying that because they was worried. I think it might be a combination of both. That they was worried. Because they got some common opponents. Let's not act like they don't. You see what he did to Sean Porter, but then it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a great fight, man. And he a good fighter. I'm a step, he gonna step. But then when they start talking about what he did to Sean Porter, they start bringing in who he fought. Oh, he wasn't nobody. This and well, okay. Then you ain't got shit to worry about. I feel like if If a dude ain't shit, why it take so long to make the fight? Why your people didn't want to make the fight? Why people didn't want to negotiate in fair in good faith? Why they, if they felt like this wasn't a good fight, why they just didn't break bread with Bob Arum like Wilder and Fury? That's kind of my train of thought. If this was an easy fight, what did it matter what belt you got in what order? If it was 5, 9, 10, 20, 1,000, or was it 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, or WBO, WBA, IBF, WBC? It shouldn't have mattered. And it does bother him that Terence Crawford gets all this acclaim and he feel like he got the name brand shit on. You know, he got the Fendi on and he got the Burberry on, but all the hoes fucking with the nigga that's wearing the Wranglers. The hoes fuck with the nigga with the Levi's on. You didn't spend 1,000 on some, I don't even know what they wearing no more. It was some True Religion pants or some Red Monkeys going back to 2000. You know, you didn't spend your money. You didn't spend your money on that shit. Right, you didn't spend your money on that shit, and all the hoes fucking with the nigga that's just dressed plain Jane, no jewelry. Or you find out your girlfriend out there fucking with a nigga, you know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing, living in his mama basement, and you got cars and all that, but she getting bust down by Pookie because he providing something that you can't provide. It hurt. Because he really believed what them fans be telling him. He really believed what Al be telling him. They on the best platform. This was best for your career, blah, blah, blah. But it's a nigga out here who just wearing Air Force Ones, some motherfucking N1 shorts, and a white tee, and he busting down your wifey. That's the complex right there. He really believed that I'd done a lot in the sport of boxing and I should be rated above him. But when you talk about pound for pound, when you talk about anything under heavyweight, it's about moving up and challenging. You didn't set it this way too long. You should have been unified before Terence Crawford came along. Let's call it what it was. You should have been unified when Terence Crawford came along. He been at this weight since he been his it's hard, but he been at this, I don't know, 2013. Come on. 10 years. 10 years he been at this weight. And you got only 3 belts to show for it. You didn't fight none of the previous guys. That's the people, I'm not saying technically, that the people call lineal. You didn't fight you didn't fight Keith Thurman. You didn't fight Manny Pacquiao. You didn't fight Floyd Mayweather. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. You didn't fight Timothy Bradley, and Timothy Bradley chose to go fight Pacquiao again. You didn't fight none of those guys. You could have fought McGill Cotto, but they tried to sucker you into a contract. So I understand that. They tried to suck you into a contract to fight McGill Cotto. So I get it. I really do. I really do. I get it. And Golden Boy tried to control your career with options. But he feel like that. He feel like, dude, I'm better than this nigga. But sometimes, like he said on Luke Cage, when they was in the barbershop in the early season, I think it was the first season, and Luke Cage sweeping up here, but Shorty was sweating him, and the dude in the barber chair who got street money, and she was sweating him. She was like, "What she want with this nigga? He sweeping for hair off the floor." He said, "Youngin, some guys got it, some guys don't." What you like, how we size up adversaries being men. It's different how women see stuff. You can't see what they see sometimes, but also you can't see what they want. A lot of times you think, your woman particularly wants you because you the shit. Let's just say that, like, whatever, you tall or whatever. But a lot of times, bro, we can't think like them. A lot of little shit. So how you size up your adversary, dude, how we look at men, how women look at men is totally different. How he look at his career, look at Terence Crawford's career. He said, yeah, but he don't have the names, but guess what? You don't have the names neither. You've been in a division long enough. And he said, well, I took a belt from everybody. Sean Porter, I don't think made a defense of his title. Or Dennis Ugas never defended his title. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think Kell Brook did defend his title once. I think he did defend his title once. No, he didn't. Hold on. My bad. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he defended his title quite a few times. Yep. He did. He won versus Shine 1, 2, 3. So Kell Brook is the only champion that defended his title that he fought. He's the only champion that defended his title. Everybody else, Sean Porter won a vacant title. Ugas won I think he won a vacant title technically, right? Or Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao had a Keith Thurman WBA belt. So yeah, but none of the 2 guys, he said, "Well, I took my titles from champions." One of them only made it a title defense, and none of you niggas can name the guys Kell Brook defended his title against. None of them. But I do think it's just, I think Errol Spence he the dude that got all the name brand shit on, the designer shit on, but the whole still fucking with Bud. That's the best analogy that I can see. He don't understand why. The belts, the materials don't make the man. The man make the money. The man make the belts. The man make the material. So blame Al Heyman. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.